Hi, my name's Matthew Crowder, and this is Otavalo in a Day. On the road between Quito and Otavalo is a little town called Cayambe. Whenever I pass through, I'm always sure to stop by Café de la Vaca, literally translated, coffee of the cow. Café de la Vaca was started in a small town called Machachi here in Ecuador. The owner, having come upon hard times financially, began selling milk and coffee from a small room inside her barn. The idea and the food were well received, and so Café de la Vaca was born. Besides having good food, the restaurant has a park-like feel, and outside you can find a lake as well as a small zip line. As you enter the restaurant, there is usually someone selling local crafts such as hand-woven clothing and jewelry. Just before Otavalo, there is another place to stop called Lago. Overlooking Lake San Pablo, it's a restaurant with a gift shop and a nice view of the lake. This is the market in Otavalo. The best day to visit is Saturday. However, the market remains open all week. During the market's peak, almost 1/3 of Otavalo fills up with vendors. Typical items are tagua nut jewelry, musical instruments, dream catchers, carvings, jewelry, knives, leather goods, fake shrunken heads, paintings, indigenous costumes, hand-painted platters and trays, purses, clothing, spices, raw foods, and spools of wool. If you're looking for an item with Ecuador embroidered on it for a keepsake, this is definitely the place to go. A bit of advice though when you're buying here. Never accept the first price you're offered. Remember, this is not North America or Europe. Haggling is expected, and if you don't haggle, you will pay much more for anything that you buy. Since I realize many of you do not speak Spanish, I've compiled a couple of helpful phrases you can use in the market to maybe save yourself some money, as well as get a couple laughs in the process as well. The first phrase you can use: Ayúdame, soy chiro. You're saying, help me, I'm broke. Ayúdame, soy chiro. The next phrase is no seas malito. What you're saying is, come on, don't be bad, help me out. This is often used in taxis and can sometimes get you a cheaper fare. Dame un descuento, porfis. That might make them laugh. You're asking for a discount. It's a common phrase, dame un descuento. Ayúdame. Either of those will help you get a cheaper price. While the market is doubtlessly the largest attraction in town, it can continue for blocks and blocks outside of the central market area. The town is generally safe, so I encourage everyone to walk around and see as much of the city as possible. Around town, there are many shops and stores selling similar items as can be found in the market. One place I stopped by was an antique shop. The range of items here is hard to catalog. Of note, there are equestrian items, musical instruments, hats, and bells. Here, the owner is proudly showing me a newspaper article about his store. Towards the back of the store, there's a wider range of both religious items and pottery. While having a lot of stuff common to antique shops, he also has a lot of stuff that you're not going to see anywhere else. Otavalo has lots of quaint coffee shops and restaurants. If you're looking for luxury, however, or high-class stuff, downtown is not where you want to be. The best places are outside the city and require a little research to find. Here's a hostel I found downtown. The rooms were smaller but comfy, and outside there are hammocks, giving the place kind of a relaxed, bohemian feel. If you plan on staying the night in Otavalo, I really recommend you do some research either on Traveler.com or TripAdvisor and find out what's available. Since many people now come to Ecuador to retire, I felt it important to include a little about day-to-day life in the city. For the most part, Otavalo is clean for an Ecuadorian city. It's not a dangerous place, but like everywhere in Ecuador, if you're not watchful, people will rob anything they think they can get away with. Life in the city, as in most other Ecuadorian cities, revolves around the Central Park. All cities in Ecuador have a Central Park with a church. It's always the first and best place to get familiar with in a town. Here is the train that runs from Otavalo to Ibarra. The guard said as of right now, it's running twice a day, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. This is a video of a typical Otavalo neighborhood. Yes, those are cows walking down the street. If you're looking for housing, you may notice that many of the houses remain in an unfinished state. This is because in Ecuador, the home is your bank. The financial institutions here have collapsed so many times that people simply only choose to invest in their home. This is the road from Otavalo to Cotacachi. Cotacachi is a leather-producing town located between Otavalo and Ibarra. Cotacachi is a popular retirement destination for many North Americans. In my opinion, Cotacachi is cleaner than Otavalo, and it's definitely a little warmer. If you would like to know more about Cotacachi, please tune in to my next video. I will show a little bit of the town and a few of the neighborhoods as well, and also conduct an interview with a local business owner. Thanks again for watching.